Hey peers, welcome back to the Modern Myths Podcast. I'm Vince Ventura, Artistic Director of 12 Piers Theater and your host for the Modern Myths Podcast. Today, we have part 1 of The Curse of Atreus by Jim Knable. This play is a true modern myth, blending Greek tragedy with contemporary American racial tensions. A white motorcycle cop blows a tire on the freeway and ends up getting help from an African-American female mechanic. And despite their differences, and despite them maneuvering for the upper hand, a friendship starts to blossom. That is, until Grace, the mechanic, her son shows up, and he happens to fit a description. I won't spoil the rest. I'll let you jump right into The Curse of Atreus by Jim Knable.
The Curse of Atreus, a play by Jim Knable. Act 1. Darryl, a white motorcycle cop, appears on some representation of a motorcycle.
I just have this feeling something bad's about to happen. Head shake hits the handlebars and I'm slowing down fast. Time stops. I know I've got just a couple seconds before the tire comes off the rim, and I'll lock up and the front end will fold, and I'm gonna go flying off on my face on the asphalt down the side of the freeway, peel a whole side of my face off on the bloody road. Heart slamming, palms sweating. Here's how I die. But I gotta live through this. Got my wife, got my kid gonna come. Got to live through this. Got it under control. Front wheel wagging, but don't grab it too tight. Don't touch the front brake, or it's over. Relax my grip. Let 'em do their thing, like I'm holding a wet sponge so the water doesn't squeeze out. Now get the weight off the front end. Slide back in the seat, crouching. Gravity low. Grip the bike with my knees, like a jockey. Now gently, gently, gently. Rear brake. Move the weight from the front wheel. If the tire jams, I'm dead. Lock the wheel and I'm dead. Gotta keep the tire spinning. Gotta live through this.
Screech of the wheels and the bike slows.
I'm on the shoulder of the highway now. Front wheel destroyed. Smell of burning rubber smoking up from my bike. I get off the bike and just hold on to it for a second. Hold on so hard my knuckles pop up white through my skin. Hold on to God, or whatever got me through this. I lived. Bend down now and check out the front wheel. The tire is shredded, worn through the rubber. Steel belts frayed and glowing hot. Rubber smoldering, wedged between the fender and the fork tubes. This should have killed me. The tire should have locked. I should be dead. Look around. Here I am on the freeway with a flat front tire. Looking so fucking stupid. Anybody can see me. Like I'm naked. Like people are passing by and looking back. Honking. Somebody slows down and motions to me. Do I need help? No. Thanks, I say, and wave them on. I can't let anyone see me like this. Gotta free up that tire and roll the bike down the off-ramp. Figure out what to do next. Call it in. Fuck that. What kind of asshole would I be? Take it one step at a time. I lived through this. I was saved.
Lights go to Grace, a black female mechanic with short hair and greasy overalls.
I see him coming down off the ramp like some kind of sign from a vengeful god. This sad sack little cop pushing a busted bike, sweating so I can see it across the street. Face all contorted and lip cocked up, ugly pig-faced porker delivered to me. Shaft of sunlight hits his mirror and blinds me with divinity. He's looking around like he's lost his power. I can see the front tires gone now. Lucky son of a bitch should have died on the freeway with his tire locked and his body flopped out like a rag doll. He's at the stoplight now, waiting to cross, squinting, looking for something, anything, salvation. I could just close the door and let him keep sweating, pretend like I'm not here. Nobody else around. Let him suffer. But no, I see something better I can do. Hey!
Grace runs out.
Hey! Hey! You need some help? Come over here.
Darrell enters, pushing his motorcycle.
What happened, man?
Flat tire.
I can see that. You hit something?
Just lost pressure. You got a garage here?
It ain't Pizza Hut.
You got tires?
Standard. Should fit you.
You ever do a cop's bike?
A bike is a bike. Your tires are standard. We got 'em. Do you need to call something in, or do you want me to just get to work?
You gonna work on it.
Can you do it yourself?
I just meant, are you the mechanic?
You got a problem with that?
No, I don't have a problem.
Then bring that thing on in and let's take a look.
He moves to her with his bike and she looks at it.
Lucky you could move it.
I had to get it loose first. The tire.
Do you have to call your lieutenant or whatever? Get me to sign off on something?
How much will it cost?
Oh, I see.
You see what?
You want this off the books. Happens to everybody. No reason to be embarrassed.
I'm not embarrassed.
You walked away from this, so that says something.
You saying I faked it?
I'm saying you must be a hell of a motorcycle rider. It was a compliment.
Do you have a motorcycle lift?
Don't need it, but yeah.
You gonna change it without a lift?
Done it before.
On a cop bike?
A bike's a bike.
Just tell me what it costs.
Costs you more if I have to use a lift.
I want it done right.
I'll do it right. Don't worry.
Just use the lift.
You afraid of a badass black woman or something?
What?
You heard me.
I don't have to stay here at all.
You see any other garage around? You gonna walk your bike around the hood looking for a place to take it? Or are you gonna call in like I know you're supposed to? What happens if you get radioed up to catch somebody? You gonna say, sorry, I'm walking my bike around right now trying to get it fixed because I was too ashamed to ask for help with my flat tire. What are you afraid of anyway? You get a flat, you get a flat. Who gives a shit?
I'm a rookie, alright? I'll get a bunch of shit for it I don't need. I just want to take care of it and keep going. But I want to do it right. I have to do it right.
Or you'll look really stupid.
Yeah.
Okay, I like honesty. Come on, you gonna give me a hand? Everyone else is off today. It's real slow, but it's just me here.
Thought you could do it all yourself, like a badass.
It's safer if you assist, and you're all paranoid about doing it right anyway.
How long is it going to take?
You've gotten a new tire on a bike before, haven't you?
Yeah, back tire.
Never a front?
I've been lucky.
Okay, so here's how it's going to work. We're going to clamp the back wheel in place and put a jack under the bike to raise the front wheel in the air. We're going to take off the front axle and the brake calipers, and then the front wheel with the brake discs attached will come off. I'm going to need your help with that because it's heavy as shit. You with me?
Yeah, fine.
We'll bring the wheel over to the hydraulic tire removal machine and clamp the rim in place. We've got a hydraulically actuated tire iron. You know what that is?
Yeah.
It's going to spin around the tire, lever the old tire off the rim. We'll put the new tire in place and lever it back onto the rim with the same tire iron.
You mean the hydraulically actuated one?
You're quick. Putting the new tire on is going to take a lot of pressure. I mean, a lot. We'll rip off the rim, right off the machine. Then we're going to inflate the new tire with compressed air about 60 psi. Seat the bead. Lock the new tire into the rim. It's going to pop real loud whenever we put it into place. You might think someone shot a gun. Just warning you so you don't draw yours on me.
That's not funny.
Then we'll let the air out of the tire, then reinflate it to the correct operating pressure, around 32, 36 psi.
Do you think I'm your student or something?
Just giving you the facts.
So then we put the wheel on and I'm ready to go. Think we can do that in less than an hour?
Yeah, but you got to remember when a new tire is first inflated, it's very slippery for the first 100 miles or so, until the rubber is heated to operating temperature. So you got to get the release agent off before it's back to normal.
You think I don't know what that is?
What is?
The release agent.
Do you know?
Release is the tire. Can we do this?
The release agent is what you use to get the tire out of the mold at the factory. It's okay if you don't know that. I'm the mechanic. Your job is to be a cop.
I'm a motorcycle cop. I know about motorcycles.
Like I said, you can ride. Or else you got incredibly fucking lucky.
I've been riding my whole life.
Your whole life.
Can we do this?
$500.
Seriously?
Cash.
I don't have that on me.
What do you have?
In cash?
You don't want a record? I don't really want a record either. Makes this all easier.
How so?
If I take your info and it turns out I wasn't supposed to go and fix a cop's bike, which I'll admit not knowing the rules about, unlike some other people who just claim to have knowledge they clearly don't, if I take your credit card and then they trace it back here and maybe I'll have to pay some fine or tax or some kind of shit that I can't even imagine,
You don't like cops.
Why do you say that?
The way you talk to me.
How much do you have on you?
Darryl takes out his wallet, pulls out his cash, hands it to her. She counts it.
$67.
I don't like carrying around a bunch of cash on me.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay. $567 for a new tire.
You think you have something on me.
It's a fair price for a rush job under the table.
Where am I supposed to get $500 in cash?
There's a deli 2 blocks down with an ATM.
Just leave the bike here.
I'm not going to part it out and sell it before you get back. Promise.
Will you start now, working on it?
Give me the $67. I'll give you that much worth of work on it before you get back.
Aren't you worried about talking to a cop like this?
Not you. Not now.
Just start on it. I'll be right back.
Darryl points off in a direction.
That way?
Grace points in another direction.
That way. Gotta warn you, though. Sometimes they step out for a little bit. There's a Chinese place another block down. Their ATM usually works.
I'll be back.
Darryl exits. Grace looks at the bike. She starts sizing things up, getting things ready. She's efficient and professional. Atreus, 17, walks in. Her son. He stops short when he sees her. She looks up at him.
You're here?
Where else would I be?
I thought the shop was closed.
Why do you think that?
No cars in front. Thought you said you were picking up parts.
Why do you come here if you thought I wasn't here?
Forgot some school books. Maybe I left them in here yesterday.
Look at me.
I'm alright.
I didn't ask, are you all right? Look at me.
He stops. He looks at her.
Bloodshot.
Pink eye.
It's not pink eye.
I'm just really tired.
You're high.
No.
Look at me. You can't even focus.
I'm fine.
Who are you with?
Nobody.
Somebody got you like this.
Nobody got me like anything.
You gonna do this now?
Do what?
You've got the world. The world is all yours, and you're gonna mess with that now.
You don't have to be dramatic.
You come breaking into my shop high when you think I'm not here. I think it's time to be dramatic. You see this bike?
Yeah.
What's it look like to you?
A cop bike.
Why do you think I have a cop bike in here?
You secretly a cop?
This asshole, rookie, got a flat tire and he wants me to fix it. And do you know what he really wants? To be a cop. To bring somebody down like a cop. If you walked in a minute before you did, he would have taken one look at you and started asking questions. And you wouldn't have been able to answer the questions. And he would have made up some excuse to search you. And you know how that works. He would have searched you up and down, and what would he have found?
Where'd he go?
To the ATM at the Chinese place.
It's always broken.
I know that. I'm messing with him. That's not the point. The point is just to give it to me.
Give what?
The pipe, the J, whatever you have, whatever he's going to find on you.
The J?
Whatever you call it, give it to me.
I don't have anything.
He's going to come back, and he's going to come back mad as hell looking for an excuse.
Why are you messing with him then?
Because I can. Because I have something on him that you don't have.
Can I watch?
No. You go right home, and you wait for me there. Because when I'm done with him, I'm going to come and deal with you.
Last chance to be the tough love mama, huh?
You're still under my roof. I still pay for everything you got.
What if I don't go back home?
You'll go home.
I might have somewhere else to be.
You got nowhere else to be. Not until you go to college, and then you better not fuck that up or I'll come and find you and drag you back home from there too.
I'm not high. I never get high. I don't have any friends to get high with. You keep me all tied up so I wouldn't even know how to get high.
Why'd you come here if you thought I was gone, Atreus?
To get a snack.
You lying little...
Finish that.
No.
Little shit. Little bastard. Little fuck up. You think I would fuck up anything? You ride my ass every single day of my life. And I do everything right. And you think I would just go fuck it up one time?
You're doing something. I can see.
Yeah. I got into your rum last night when you were off with your bitch and I drank all of it. And now I'm sick as shit. And I was coming here to see if you had any Tylenol. All right?
Don't call her a bitch. Don't talk to me that way. You throw up yet?
No.
You're still drunk. That's what a hangover is. You need to throw up.
You would know.
Do you want me to help you?
No, I'm helping myself. I can do that. I was doing that. It's not my fault you got some game going with a cop. Sounds pretty stupid to me. Like you might fuck something up.
I've got it under control. You're the one showing up wasted.
I'm not wasted. I'm just feeling sick.
I should call your father.
Yeah, call my father. Tell him you were out with your girlfriend and your son drank the rest of your rum. And you didn't even notice because you drank yourself to sleep every night. Did you even notice?
I haven't been home yet today.
Exactly.
I have a right to a life. I have a right to be happy.
So do I.
Let's take a pause. before we say something else we might feel bad about.
Do you have any Tylenol here?
No. I'm out. Do you need a couple bucks to get some?
Grace takes out the cash from Darrell.
No, I don't.
Go get some Tylenol, but then get something with eggs in it. You'll feel better if you eat an egg and cheese sandwich.
You still trying to make me throw up?
Think about what you're hungry for right now. Think about an egg and cheese sandwich. Sounds good, doesn't it?
Atreus holds out his hand for the money.
You swear to me you weren't up to anything else? Coming here when you thought I was gone?
Yeah, Mom. I was gonna steal a car and drive around.
You stay out of my rum from now on. You can get your own when you're old enough. I know you're a good kid. I know you are.
Why'd you think I was high then?
Because that's something I would have done when I was your age.
Grace gives him the money.
Here. Just don't make eye contact if you see that cop coming. Okay?
Yeah.
Love you, Atreus.
Yeah, bye.
Atreus walks off. She's alone again. She turns back to the bike. She works more. Darrell walks in.
Nothing works.
That was fast.
There's nobody at the deli, and the Chinese food place ATM is broken. And the one in the laundromat is broken. The laundromat guy said there's nothing around here. But I bet you knew that, though, huh?
You think I would send you on a wild goose chase just to mess with you?
Did you even start working on the bike?
Yeah. Can't you tell?
No.
See those tools? Did you see them out before?
You took out some tools? You call that work?
Why don't you just call a tow truck and get them to take it somewhere else?
Will you take a personal check?
Nobody writes personal checks anymore.
I can just make it out to you, not the shop.
How do I know it'll clear?
Come on! I'm a cop!
All right. I'll take a check. $600.
You got balls, lady.
Not the last time I checked.
$550.
$580.
$30 matter that much to you.
Yeah.
You do the job first, and then I'll pay you.
I start when I get paid.
I thought you were going to give me $67 worth of work first.
Did that.
You got out your tools. That's all you did.
I figured out exactly how to deal with your wheel and make sure it doesn't happen again. You got damage to the front axle that needs adjustment or you'll lose another tire. This is a situation you're in. I get paid before I start working.
$580 plus the $67 I already gave you?
That's right. Well?
He takes out his checkbook.
Fucking balls.
Did you miss that day in biology class?
What's your goddamn name?
Grace. Troy.
What kind of name is that?
You mean ethnically, or are you making fun of it?
It sounds like a made-up name, like a newscaster or something.
My father was a nightclub singer. He changed his last name to Troy.
Why?
He liked ancient history.
And you kept it?
He married my mother with that name. I was born with it.
What was his first name?
Jerome. But he changed that, too.
Let me guess. Moses?
Atreus.
One of those made-up names you guys do?
Atreus was the family name of the ancient Greek kings. Agamemnon. Menelaus.
Never heard of them.
They were great leaders, but they were cursed, like my dad.
Your dad was cursed?
He smoked and drank himself to death. Ruined his voice before he died. He had a great voice.
Holding out the check, but not letting go yet.
You swear to me you can actually fix this?
It's what I do.
Darrell lets go of the check, and Grace looks at it.
Darryl Young.
That's my name.
Nice to meet you. Let's fix your motorcycle.
Grace shoves the check in her pocket, goes back to her tools, and resumes work. Darrell watches her.
My wife's gonna have a son. We're trying to pick out a name. Think we'll skip Atreus.
My son's name is Atreus.
You gave your son a cursed name?
He's doing just fine so far.
How old is he?
Going to college next year.
You got started early, huh?
You know how we do.
I didn't mean that.
The father stuck around, in case you're wondering.
That's good.
It was me who left. We're still close, though. He's a big part of Atreus' life.
Is that the damage to the fork? There? Looks bent.
Yep. Could be worse, though.
Why'd you leave him? Your husband?
He wasn't my husband. We were just together. I realized I liked women.
Oh.
Got a problem with a badass gay black woman fixing your bike?
No, I kind of figured, actually.
Because I'm a mechanic? Kinda dykey, right?
Yeah.
So your wife's pregnant. How far?
7 months.
Everything going okay?
Yeah. We lost one before this.
I'm sorry.
Early on. Very early. Could have been worse, right?
Never easy.
She works on the bike.
When do you put it up on the lift?
I'm not gonna put it up on the lift.
That was the deal.
I bet you got some things that you know how to do exactly, right? You know how to do it your way, and that's the best way.
Even with the bent fork?
Yep. You want your check back?
No, just don't fuck it up.
She works on the bike.
So what are you going to name your son?
Something simple. John, Mark, Matt.
Christian.
I hate that name.
No, you are Christian.
Yeah. You?
Hard to say. My dad was Muslim for a little while, but he wasn't very good at it.
I thought Muslims couldn't drink.
Like I said. You believe in fate?
Why? You?
Yeah.
What do you mean by fate?
Grace looks at him.
When I saw you coming, walking your bike down the off-ramp,
What about it?
it felt familiar.
My wife was worried about me this morning. She said she thought something might happen. She had a dream last night
Go on.
about me being captured by giant black spiders, and they kept stinging me and biting me, and then she looked down at her own belly and saw blue veins flowing down from the top like a lava down a volcano.
Black spiders, huh?
She begged me not to go to work,
Call in sick?
or say she was sick.
No way you'd live that down, right? They'd rip you apart for staying home for her sake, wouldn't they?
Officer respond, corner of Monroe and Vanderbilt.
That you?
Yeah, hold on.
He steps away from her and listens in again.
507 in progress. Officer respond, corner of Monroe and Vanderbilt.
You have to do something?
No, someone's gotta be closer.
507.
Public nuisance.
Someone's being an asshole.
Yeah.
You enjoy it? Being a cop?
What kind of question is that?
I like being a mechanic. You like what you do?
That's my job.
Got any good stories?
You mean about pulling people over?
I bet you've seen some strange shit.
Yeah, sure.
Tell me about it.
No, I can't do that.
You mean legally?
It's not appropriate.
Like, if you ever had to pull someone over for jerking off while driving?
I had to pull someone over yesterday for getting roadhead. You want to hear about that?
That's what I'm talking about. Now, did you pull them over for bad driving, or was it just because he was getting lucky?
You know how dangerous doing something like that is?
Like you've never done it before.
My wife would never do that.
Oh, I see.
What?
You were jealous.
It's called reckless driving.
Least it's hands-free, right?
Uh-huh, yeah, you think you're funny.
Pass me that wrench right there, would you? The big one?
He passes her the wrench.
I don't just pull people over for fun.
Why not? I would if I were you.
I take my job seriously, like you'd better be taking yours.
She stops and looks up, wrench in hand.
Like I'd better be?
You always talk as much while you work.
If there's somebody else around. Otherwise, I listen to the radio. I've done this shit a million times.
You still have to focus on it.
I am focused. Must be hard eating donuts while you're driving a motorcycle. Bitch ass nigga.
I don't eat donuts. And what'd you just call me?
Nothing. I'll be quiet and do my job. You're the one who started making small talk.
We got a 390 over the Lacona Creek Mall. Officer, please respond.
What's a 390?
Drunkenness.
That's a crime?
If you're drunk and bothering people, yeah. You never had to bail your dad out of jail?
My dad wasn't that kind of drunk. Never bothered anyone but himself.
How do you know about Greek history and stuff?
He read books.
Do you think he was cursed himself? Is that why he used that name?
Yes.
What happened to those kings,
Agamemnon and Menelaus.
Why were they so cursed?
Their father chopped up their uncle's kids and fed them in pieces to him in a soup. Started a whole train of bad events.
Soup.
Ever hear of Helen and Paris and the Trojan War?
It was a movie, right?
So Paris kidnapped Helen because she was Menelaus' wife. That's the next part of the curse. See, Menelaus got his brother Agamemnon to go with him and the whole Greek army to get Helen back. And that caused the Trojan War for the next 10 years.
Who won?
Not the Trojans.
So that's good for the Greek kings. No curse there. What's the problem?
When Agamemnon came back from the war, his wife and her lover killed him in his bathtub.
Alright, that would suck.
His wife's lover was the brother of the boys that got killed and made into soup.
Fucked up.
Oh, there's more. The son of Agamemnon, Orestes, he comes home and realizes he has to kill his mother because she killed his father. So then he does that, but he gets hunted down for it by the Furies.
Furries?
Furies. They're these monsters that go after you if you do something that offends the gods, like killing your mother. But on the other hand, he had to do something to avenge his father, and some of the bigger gods even supported him on that. So it's like this whole dilemma, and that's why it's a curse.
And you still named your son Atreus.
Yeah. My father asked me to do it before he died.
Did he live long enough to see your son?
He died a month before he was born.
Man.
You feel me?
I do.
Grace pauses and looks at him like maybe she can tolerate him.
503 in progress. Black male suspect in gray hoodie, black pants, on foot running.
How do you keep all those fucking codes straight?
Corner of Almond and Guildenstern.
Oh, shit!
I heard that.
I gotta call in. It's right there.
This is gonna take a while. I can't just finish it.
Fuck!
Do they know you're nearby?
They could check later.
So you could say you almost had a flat tire and had to pull over.
That's even worse.
They'll call you a pussy.
Of course.
What'd they say he was wearing?
Huh?
The black male suspect.
Gray hoodie. Black pants.
Atreus walks in, trying not to look like he's been running, but obviously winded. Darrell and Grace turn to look at him. In his gray hoodie and black pants. He looks at them.
This is my son.
Hi.
Hey.
You didn't go home.
No, stopped for some lunch.
Been running somewhere?
No, just for exercise.
I hear your name is Atreus.
Yeah. I hear you're a cop.
How'd you hear that?
Atreus was here earlier, when you were out at the ATM.
You don't have a car?
He doesn't have his own car.
You ever borrow a car?
Why are you asking him that?
Stop working on the bike.
Whatever you say, Darryl. His name is Darrell. His wife is 7 months pregnant.
Why are you telling him that?
Just being social. Atreus is an honor roll student who plays in the marching band. He's going to his first choice college in the fall and has a summer job.
Don't suppose you were out trying to steal a car, Atreus?
How dare you, motherfucker!
I was just walking around.
503 suspect out of sight. Anyone got eyes on him? Call in. Call in.
Do you know how many boys in this neighborhood have black pants and gray hoodies on today?
What were you running from, Atreus?
I didn't do anything. I was just looking in the window at something.
Put your hands where I can see them.
Don't do this,
I
Darryl.
said put your hands where I can see them.
Atreus starts to back towards the door.
Stop it, boy.
Darrell pulls his gun out fast and points it at him.
No!
I didn't do anything.
Just hold still! Just hold still!
Good advice.
Darrell reaches for the radio while keeping the gun pointed.
I got him right here, corner of...
Grace swings her heaviest wrench in a wide, heavy arc that smacks Darrell in the head. As it makes contact, they all freeze in a weird red light.
Brought him to me. Divine, vengeful God brought him right to me, death on his face. Already should have died, lived to come here, and now he's mine, divine and falling. Is he dead? Is he dead? If he's dead, gotta hide him. If he's not dead, gotta kill him. Can't survive after, not after. Both of us gone forever. Me first, him next. Firestorm, dead as death. Fucking fuck! Vengeful God is what he is. The curse of Atreus!
And that was part 1 of The Curse of Atreus by Jim Knable. We hope you'll join us for part 2 because it is a very dramatic conclusion. And as always, thank you for listening to the Modern Myths Podcast. The Modern Myths Podcast is produced by 12 Piers Theater. Executive producer, Vince Ventura. Producers, Sarah Fisher, Matt Henderson, and Marcus Savage. Dramaturg, Abigail Caddy. The Curse of Atreus was written by Jim Knable and directed by Matt Henderson, featuring Michael Brewer as Darryl, Sarah Williams as Grace, Lamont Walker II as Atreus, Vince Ventura as police voices, Charlie Wine reading stage directions and as additional police voices. Recording location generously provided by Timesys Corporation. Please remember to subscribe, rate, and review.